Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm back with another weekly weigh-in. Every Tuesday, I sit down, I talk you through how the previous week on my weight loss journey went, and I let you know whether I've lost weight, whether I've gained weight, just kind of check in how things are going. And this past week was difficult for me. Not in the sense that I struggled with what I was eating or anything like that. It was difficult for me because it was Mother's Day. And if you are not familiar, I lost my mom back in 2012. And Mother's Day is always super hard for me. My husband and my children always try to make it really special for me, to celebrate me and to distract me from those, sad feelings surrounding Mother's Day. This past weekend was no exception. They took me to our camper and we had a fun family camping trip, all of us together. It's very, very rare these days that both of my children join us for our weekend camping trips. So having them both there was super special. We also took my mother-in-law and celebrated her a little bit. My husband made a really lovely brunch on our Blackstone grill, and it was a really lovely weekend. But still, it was hard. I miss my mom. I miss my mom every day. But Mother's Day, her birthday in August, her death day in October, those are all just really hard days. They hit me a little bit harder. Every year I feel like maybe this will be the year that it won't be so hard, but it never really seems to get any easier. So I knew going into the week that it was going to be a little bit sad, and that I was going to struggle a little bit with my emotions. In the past, something that I have done is used food to cope with feeling over emotional or feeling stressed or feeling sad or feeling happy. Like, food was always my excuse to make myself feel better when I was feeling down or celebrate when things were going really good. And so I knew that I might struggle a little bit. I didn't anticipate my camping trip being too difficult in terms of staying on track, because I've gotten pretty good at knowing the foods I can eat in moderation, the foods I should avoid because I'm incapable of eating them in moderation. I've also learned a little bit better about what sort of serving size I should be eating without having to actually weigh and measure things. And so I was pretty confident that as long as I didn't let my emotions get the better of me and I didn't celebrate Mother's Day by overindulging, that I would be okay. And I was fine. I was sad, it was tough. I missed my mom more than ever, but I managed to stay on track. The thing that I did this weekend that was different in this weight loss journey so far is that I actually did not track over the weekend. I just made the decision that I didn't want to have to deal with entering everything into my Weight Watchers app and everything into my Fitness Pal. Because if you're not familiar, I track in both places. It is a great way to keep me accountable and keep me on track and balanced with eating super healthy foods for the most part, staying away from super heavily processed foods for the most part, everything in moderation. While still eating enough calories but not too many. There's like a fine line there between eating enough but not eating too much. And by tracking my calorie count and tracking my Weight Watchers points every day, that really helps me to walk that line. But like I said, I wanted to go on this camping trip with my family, enjoy it, and not have to worry about tracking absolutely everything. And so I made the decision that I was going to the best of my ability, just estimate what I was eating, keep in mind the lessons that I've learned over the last however many months I've been doing this time around. I started my weight loss journey this go around back in September of 2023. And you know, over that time, I've learned, like I said, what a serving size looks like without having to weigh it. And I know that if I, you know, want to enjoy a hamburger, I need to take the bun off and that sort of thing. So I decided just to follow all of my rules, but not worry so much about checking everything into multiple apps and worrying about whether I'm 10 calories over or 5 calories under, and not stress about how much protein I was getting. I just decided to be intuitive about what I was eating, make the healthy choice when I could, not worry so much about tracking things. And I told myself that if my weight was up a little bit because of that, then that was okay. I would be okay with that. I just made the mental decision that that was going to be okay if that happened. I'm very pleased to announce that I did great over the weekend. I made great choices. I enjoyed all of the food that my family was enjoying, but I just made some small changes. Like I said, we had cheeseburgers. I had mine without the bun. We had hot dogs. I had mine without the bun. I doubled up on veggies instead of eating potato chips. And I didn't worry about counting every little thing, adding things up. I just sort of took a look at my plate and said, yeah, that looks about right, enjoyed it, and moved on. I didn't do a ton of snacking in the evenings. We had a movie night one night while we were there at our camper. If you're not familiar, I have a really nice like travel trailer, and we've got, you know, a big projector screen in there that we can watch movies on and that sort of thing. So while my family had a bunch of like popcorn and treats, I had just a little bit of like Skinny Pop popcorn, and again, didn't weigh or measure anything, but just sort of eyeballed it and said, yeah, that looks like about a serving, and I went with it. And I lost a pound this week. So I feel very confident in my ability to estimate serving sizes, know what I should be eating, stop when I'm full and not overeat. Now, I can't always do that. I still struggle with binge eating. There are certain trigger foods that I know that if I start eating, I'm gonna have a really hard time stopping. And so I just avoid those foods altogether. And it feels really good to know that, you know, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable about nutrition now. I know what keeps me full longer. I know what foods to avoid. I know that I can indulge, but I need to do it in moderation. And the scale backed me up this week without tracking absolutely everything. Now during the week I tracked everything, stuck within my points and within my calorie count. And then over the weekend, I just kind of flew by the seat of my pants and went with it, and I dropped a pound. So my official weigh-in this week was 254.2 pounds, which is exactly a pound down from this time last week, which feels really good. Overall, since September 18th, 2023, when I started this journey, I have lost a total of 33 pounds, which feels phenomenal. And since January 1st, 2024, because I said in 2024 I wanted to lose a total of 40 pounds before I hit my 40th birthday in November. So we're tracking that as well. Since January 1st, 2024, I've lost 19.4 pounds. So I'm almost halfway to my goal of 40 pounds in 2024. So I'm feeling really, really good. Even though it was hard, it was an emotional kind of weekend, missing my mama. I sort of withdrew from my chat group, my little group of supportive friends, who I'm going to talk to you guys about in a second, and didn't really talk too much over the weekend. I just kind of tried to be present with my family and not let my grief overwhelm me. I think I did a pretty good job. I did go in and apologize to my friends for not being involved in the chat and kind of let them know, you know, what was going on, that I was camping and that I was missing my mama. They were all super understanding and supportive. If you're not familiar with the group of friends that I'm talking about, I am referring to my friends who are involved in the Health and More in 2024 collaboration. I've been talking to you guys every week about this amazing group of ladies that just keeps growing. I'm going to list everybody in the description box down below. Check out their channels. We all post videos on different days of the week. There's lots of inspiration there. I highly encourage you to follow them all. Shout them out, tell them I sent you. If you're looking for motivation and inspiration, all of the videos in the Health and More in 2024 collaboration are great. It's just a bunch of like-minded individuals who are all focusing on our health in 2024. All right, friends, that's it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye!